Hi, welcome back to the solid state physics lectures. Today, let us talk about the motion of charges in magnetic fields. We also will discuss the Hall effect later in this lecture. Let us consider an electron in electric and magnetic fields. So, the force on the electron of charge minus E is given by F is equal to minus E times E plus V cross B. So, this is the force. Okay. But the force, we have force F is equal to m d by dt plus 1 by tau into v. Okay, so this v is the drift velocity actually. Here m 1 by tau v is due to this term is due to the collision of electrons with the phonons as well as the impurities. Okay, and this m d by dt of v is due to the acceleration. Okay, now this is equal to minus E plus V cross B. Okay, here V is the drift velocity. So we can write this in each axis. This will be md by dt plus 1 by tau. Vx is equal to minus Ex plus V cross B. Okay. So before that, let us imagine the magnetic field B is equal to B into Z cap. That means Z magnetic field is in the Z direction. So here, so this is X Y direction and this is Z direction. Our magnetic field is along the Z direction. So therefore, what happens to the V cross B? V cross B is equal to X cap, Y cap, Z cap, Vx, Vy, Vz, then 0, 0, B. Okay. So this becomes, what happens to this thing? X into X cap into Vyb, Vyb minus 0. So this will be this thing, minus Y cap into Vxb. Okay, Vx. Okay, so this is the V cross B. So therefore X component will be Vyb. Okay, if the magnetic field is, if magnetic field is given by B equal to B times B is the magnitude, it is along the direction, then this is the X component of this equation. Then Y component is, then the Z component, that is easy. There is no Z component for this V cross B. These are the three equations we get. These are the three component form of the above equation. Okay. Now in the steady state, that means there will be acceleration due to the field and there will be deceleration, that means decrease in velocity due to the collision. Then in the steady state, the derivative of these velocities will be 0, isn't it? Velocity become a constant. Okay, so the d by dt of Vx will be 0. Similarly, d by dt of Vy is equal to 0, d by dt of Vz is will be 0. Therefore, in the steady state, okay, derivative d by dt of Vx equal to d by dt of Vy equal to d by dt of Vz equal to 0. Therefore, this become, the equation will become m Vx divided by tau is equal to minus Ex plus minus E times Ex plus B V Y. Okay. Similarly, therefore Vx is equal to minus E tau. This tau m by tau will go this side. Therefore E tau by m Ex minus E Eb tau by m Vy. This is equal to minus E tau by m minus this Eb by m. If an electron is in a transverse magnetic field, then it makes a circular orbit. If this circular in this circular orbit, then the centripetal force is given by mv square by r is equal to evb. Okay, the Lorentz force. So therefore this v it cancelled. Therefore yeah, this v by r is called omega and the cyclotron frequency. Okay, so cyclotron frequency eb by m. Therefore this vx is equal to minus e tau by m minus omega tau vy. Okay, so that's the equation. So the second equation will become and the third equation we can rewrite this equation once more. This is equation number 4, this is 5, and this can put as equation number 6. Now let us talk about the Hall effect. Let us consider a metallic rod in rectangular shape. Here let us imagine an electric field is applied along this direction Ex, and a magnetic field is applied in this direction, that is B z cap, okay, z along z direction. And if the charges are flowing in this direction, that means the current is set up in this direction. Okay, so the current density is Jx along x direction. So due to this electric field, that means if we apply a potential, there will be an electric field. This electric field causes current flow through conductor. Jx is the current per unit area. Okay. Now, due to this current, this moving charges, there will be the Lorentz force. Because of this Lorentz force, the charges, the free electrons, will be moved towards this side. Okay. If this is the current direction, electrons will be flowing towards the left. So this is the direction of electron. So this is the x direction, this is y direction, and this is z direction. X, y, and z direction. So electrons will be deflected in the negative direction, negative y direction. So here negative charges will be accumulated in this side of the conductor. This side of the conductor, positive charge will be accumulated. Okay. Okay. So there is a electric field Ey along negative y direction set up inside the conductor. So this electric field is due to the Lorentz force due to this magnetic field. So the electric field setup is in the y direction is Ey. This is the Hall field. So this is proportional to what is that? This is proportional to the magnetic field B, isn't it? And also it is proportional to the current density Jx. If there is no current flow, then this field will not be created. If there is no magnetic field also, uh, it will not be created. That means, so this is proportional to B as well as Jx. Okay. So therefore we can write this thing as this Ey as is equal to some constant R into RH into B J X. Okay. So this constant is called Hall coefficient. Hall coefficient. So Hall coefficient RH is equal to Ey divided by Jxb. Okay, so this is the Hall coefficient. So Hall coefficient is given by the ratio of the electric field, Hall field, to the product of current density and magnetic field. Now we can find out this coefficient RH. So let us see these three equations 4, 5 and 6. Okay. So here the electrons are shifted towards this side, negative y direction. So the negative charges will be accumulated in this side. This accumulation of charges opposes further movement of electrons towards that side. Okay. Therefore, a steady state is reached. That means the velocity of electron in y direction become 0. So therefore, equation 4, this equation 4, Vx is equal to minus E tau by m Ex minus omega tau Vy. So this will become Vx is equal to minus E tau by m Ex. Vy is anyway 0, so therefore therefore Vy, the equation number 5 become Vy is 0, therefore 0 is equal to minus E tau by m Ey plus omega tau Vx. Omega tau Vx. Therefore this equation, Ey E tau by m Ey is equal to omega tau. What is Vx? Vx is equal to minus E tau by m Ex. Okay. Therefore Ey is equal to this E tau by m cancel minus omega tau Ex. Okay. Ey is equal to minus omega tau Ex. Therefore the Hall coefficient, okay, so we have seen this electric field, the Hall field should be, it is expected that electric field would be proportional to the magnetic field, because without magnetic field, if magnetic field is 0, that deflection is not there. When deflection is not there, the field will not be created. And the current density Jx, when the electrons are not moving, then also the velocity will be 0, therefore no Lorentz force. Okay. So in that case also the electrons will not be shifted to one side, so electric field is 0. So therefore Ey is proportional to both B and current density. So we can write Ey is equal to some constant into B into Jx. So that constant is called Hall coefficient. So the Hall coefficient RH is equal to Ey divided by Jx into B. So this is Ey. What is Ey? Ey is equal to minus omega tau Ex divided by Jx B. Okay. So this is equal to RH is equal to minus Eb by m tau Jx B into Ex. We know current density is equal to sigma Ex. Okay. Therefore this is equal to, what is sigma? Sigma is n e square tau by m into Ex is that is the current density Jx. Okay. So therefore substituting here, minus Eb by m tau Jx is n e square tau by m Ex into this Ex. So finally what is left is RH is equal to, one value is, one equation is Ey divided by Jx b. B means Bz, okay, or which is from this expression RH is equal to Eb by m. So this m get cancelled, E is there, E square is there, then tau get cancelled, B, and therefore so here B also is there. So B and B get cancelled. Therefore this will be equal to 1 by n E. Okay. So we have two equations for the Hall coefficient. This Hall coefficient is negative for free electrons. Okay. So the value of E is equal to 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. Okay. So if we can find out the Hall coefficient, we can find out the carrier concentration N. Okay. So Hall coefficient is obtained by this relation Ey. We can measure the electric field, the magnetic field also we can measure. So that is the applied field. Jx is the current. If you know current, you can find out the current density. Jx is the current density. Okay. By knowing the cross section of the conductor. So this method is used to find out the number density of charge carriers in a conductor. Next is we want to find out the Hall resistance. Hall resistance. Hall resistance means it is the resistance rho h. Hall resistance or Hall resistivity. This is equal to the electric field in y direction divided by Jx. You know that the current density J is equal to sigma E, which is equal to 1 by rho. 1 by rho is the resistivity, sigma is the conductivity, 1 by rho into E. Therefore rho equal to E divided by J. So we have rho is equal to, we know rho is equal to Ex by Jx. So this is one expression for the resistivity. So this is the resistivity of the metal. Okay, if an electric field Ex is applied. Now we want to find out the Hall resistance. So this resistance is due to this resistance is when an electric field Ey is set up. So therefore rho h is equal to Ey divided by Jx, not Ex divided by Jx. Ey divided by Jx is the resistivity of Hall resistivity. Okay, Hall or Hall resistance we can say. So today we have discussed a charge particle in a magnetic and electric and magnetic fields. We have found the expression for drift velocity components. Then we have discussed what is Hall effect. Then we have obtained the expression for Hall coefficient. Hall coefficient is equal to Hall field divided by current density into magnetic field. For electrons it is negative. For Hall, in semiconductors sometimes charge carriers may be holes. Okay, so in that case it will be positive. So we can find out whether it is p-type semiconductor or n-type semiconductor. Similarly we can find out the carrier concentration using this Hall effect. Okay, then we obtained the expression for the Hall resistance. Hall resistance is the ratio of, or Hall resistivity is the ratio of the Hall field to the current density due to the applied electric field. Okay.